Hey y'all, Anthony with Lucky Dog Guitars. We got a brand new Lucky Dog Evangelist, and we've got the brand new Lucky Dog Lil Scrapper amp. You know, we've sold 5 or 6 of these so far, and they're just absolutely fantastic amps. We worked with Josh Key of Keytone amps, who's a really good amp builder here that's here close to me. And what inspired this amp is I went to see Ben Haggard in Knoxville, and I just realized that during the show his tone was so good, and I finally made my way up to the front of the stage to see what he was playing. He was playing an old Princeton amp, and so when we got to talking about building an amp and working through prototypes and all, I told Josh I really wanted to do something that was loosely based on a Princeton amp, but I wanted it to have a really good master volume and more headroom than like a deluxe, and that's what we have. So we've got vintage 60s type Princeton tone, a little more tweakable and more headroom than a deluxe, so you can go and play some gigs with some louder bands. And I want to go through some of the controls here. Your growl is kind of your input gain. You got a bite switch. You can do bright or not bright. Treble, mid, and bass. Howl, this is our reverb. Voice and master. So I'm going to explain a few of these. The voice actually to this side is more of a tight, clean, blackface type voice. As you roll back this way, it's going to get more spongy, maybe a little more martially, but definitely more spongy. This is more of a direct, punchy type voice over here. Howl is your reverb level. Bass. Mid, now this is kind of cool. The mid works through the full range. It increases the mid as you turn the knob up, but it also slightly increases the gain as you turn the mid up, so you can get definitely some more raunchy type tones as you get that thing up. But right around this range here is kind of a 60s blackface type sound. So let's give it a listen here. Right now I've got the input growl level fairly low. The master's, you know, up a good bit. So let's see what it sounds like. You hear that reverb? It's really good vintage reverb. I'll turn it up a little bit more so you can maybe hear it a little bit more. Point-to-point wired Mercury Magnetics transformers in them, and this one's actually set up to where you can also put a 4-ohm speaker in it if you want. Right now it's got an 8-ohm speaker. If you want a little more headroom, you can put the 4-ohm speaker in it. But if you're looking for a vintage 60s blackface type tone, but something you can take on the road, it's real robust and has a little bit more headroom, this is a great amp for you. Let's turn this growl up a little bit. It'll probably start to get a little bit more raunchy here. Turn the reverb back down just a little bit. details. This is a Lucky Dog Evangelist with Lucky Dog houndstooth pickup here in the bridge, and our honky tonker pickup in the neck. Let's turn the growl on up a little bit more, and we're about 75%, and let's crank this mid up a little bit. I'll pull the master down a little bit because it's probably gonna get a little bit louder. And let's turn this voice knob back to the spongier end here. Maybe turn the growl up a little bit more. So let's turn the treble down a little bit. Let's crank the mids all the way up. Turn the growl all the way up. And bring that voice back. And then let's see what's happening here. Quickly go right back to our 60s clean tone. Just a couple little tweaks. Pretty close to a small gig volume, but let's turn the master on up, and this is going to get actually pretty loud. You're looking at like around 30 watts or so. Starting to get a little bit of cone breakup at this point, which sounds really, really nice. So let's take a look at the back of the amp here. By the way, I didn't mention we have this amp sitting on a mud stand. We love mud stands. They really make the amp sound really good in the room. Put it at the right angle for gigs. So let me get a good spot here to sit this, so we can take a look at the back side. And this is also an African mahogany cabinet. So you can see this is very high quality construction. And we can also get you pictures of the inside. You see the 4 ohm output here if you were to want to switch to a 4 ohm output. Got your standby switch off and on, and the Celestion Ruby Alnico speaker, which is a great sounding speaker. This thing is available, $3,000, which is what we've sold all of our other ones for as well. And we've yet to have a return yet. Everybody's always really liked them. So if you're looking for a 60s style amp, but you want some more robust modern construction with some really high quality output transformers, this is a great amp for you. Hope you guys have a good day.